Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to RGL Tier 1, Season 2, of the Belgium Grand Prix at Spa-Francorchamps. This 4.4-mile circuit takes us around the longest circuit of the season with 20 turns, and it's changed down the years, but it keeps its very soul as one of the dual circuits on the Formula 1 calendar. Today, I'm joined by not Mundo and not Liam, but I'm joined by someone who will be commentating Tier 3 next season. It's Taz. So,
Hello there.
how you doing?
Not bad yourself?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm looking forward to this qualifying session. It should be a cracker. We've got 2 rounds to go in RGL, and there is an almighty scrap for the championship. 13 points between the top two. So we have 2 rounds to go. 13 points between the two of them. 6 points in the constructors as well. Oh, Panda's binned it. Whatever.
Already?
But yeah, Ginger Ninja and Langman going at it in the championship. So they will be hoping for good points. Obviously, Ginger Ninja wasn't here last week. He was in Hungary at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Don't know how fun that was have been for him, but yeah, that's where he was. So, and yeah, I mean, I don't know if we can sort of spot any laps or anything. I'll just take a look through the field. I think most of the people will be on a lap.
Yeah, I'm currently on board with Cal, and he seems to be going rather well. He's locking up a lot. He doesn't seem to have a lot of rear traction, which makes me think that they could have been told it's a dry race.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it could well be. I mean, I don't know. Pole position around here isn't crucial because there's plenty of opportunities to make moves, of course. And Cal's actually recently moved from Tier 2. He actually won the last Tier 2 race in Hungary, where he beat none other than myself. But he won that race by, it wasn't much in the end, but he won it. And he's been promoted to Tier 1, who's joined alongside Cyril Rosberg in a 2 minutes 8, which is the slowest lap you'll see of a season, unless people go slower. But it's the longest circuit, so you expect it. You expect it. A 2 minutes 8 isn't a bad lap so far from Cal. Let's take a look down the rest of the field.
Ginger coming to the bus stop chicane now. Not sure if he's on the line.
Well, we'll soon see. He comes across the line. He's on super soft tyres apparently, but he goes P2. He's 2 tenths off. Langman, I think, came across as well. I'm not sure.
He's P3 1.1.
Yeah, quite some way off. I'm Death comes through for 5th at the moment. There's Joe, I think, who's come in. Sorry, that's an apology. Well, okay, so yeah, pretty fast start in action then. I'm guessing that the rain may get heavier because we've seen a fair few cars out on circuit in the early stages, which is something you don't often see. But we saw it in China, where the conditions changed dramatically. It went from bone dry and towards the end of the session, absolutely, if you will, chucking it down. It was quite interesting, that one. But
Death has just had a moment at Eau Rouge. He was trying. I've got a feeling he was on a lap and just lost it slightly and had to slam on the brakes to try and catch the rear end.
Yeah, I would hate to be on a pad in these conditions around this circuit. It would be an absolute... Eau Rouge would be an absolute nightmare. It's a nightmare on a wheel, let alone a pad. Like, I know from experience, I'm okay around this track, let's just say, but yeah, the wet is a joke. So yeah, let's see if anyone else is actually on the lap. Langman is still 4th at the moment, and we know what this means, of course, for the championship. He knows he needs to get those points on the board in order to try and take this championship fight. It's actually Bianchi has gone into 3rd place. VRL Bianchi.
Cal's improved
into
again.
3rd. Yeah, Cal, you're right. 2 minutes 2. 2 minutes and
flat.
2 minutes point 2. That is. Yeah.
A tongue twister.
Still. Yeah. Let's just check if Langman is on another flying lap. They may have fueled the cars a little bit more, so they get a couple of laps on these, because of course Inters don't wear out massively, so you can improve. ESR Stone or Rosberg or Dave has gone provisional pole at the moment. Langman comes across the line, and he is still miles
improved.
1.8 seconds. Yeah, but not so much that he's been bolstered.
What he would have wanted to.
Interesting. But see who else we can spot. Yeah, I think Joe's on an outlap, I'm tempted to say. I'll take a look. So it's actually it's an Irish 1-2 at the moment. It's a Red Bull 1-2 at the moment. It's Isar Stone and Isar Cow 1 and 2, the two Irishmen, I guess you call them, or are Irish? I don't know. It's one of the two. But Joe is, whoa, we got sideways. Jesus. Through Stavolo, that was a big moment from the McLaren. And he's still yet to take its first win. So
he's on an outlap. He's trying to get some heat going, and off the track he goes.
Yeah, through Blanchimont. That's not ideal at all. And he's going to lock, well, he's just going to slow down because I think traffic
giving him a bit of gap. And he's holding up the Haas
he's
behind him.
He's going to hold up the Haas behind him if he goes on a lap. Yeah.
In the pits.
Yeah. Okay, that's good then. So let's watch it's Joe, who is now on a lap in the McLaren as he heads down in towards turn 1 and he locks up massively. He's just
not confident.
Just aquapaned, you could say, just off there, but under braking, and you have to brake up Eau Rouge. It's just a fact. You cannot take it flat. He's tried it.
He's lifted off.
Yeah,
wasn't a touch on the brakes.
He done a good job, to be fair. Surprised. It's not an invalidation, so he comes up to the first sector. That's well, I imagine a pretty good first sector. I'll check it in comparison with the pole man, which is our Stone, who done a 32.0, and Joe in the first sector is a 32.5, so he isn't as fast, and I think he may have got an invalidation. Yes, he has got an invalidation.
Yeah.
So now we await other drivers on their laps. Langman has improved. He is 5th now, so he's improved by about half a second, but he's now 5th, so Force India knows what points can do for his Constructors' hopes. They're 6 points behind Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship. That cannot be rounded up today. It could well be rounded up next week, but it's most likely to be in Brazil, the title decider, which we hope we'll see a title decider, because the championship could be wrapped up next week. That is bearing in mind results, but I don't think it will be. It's going to be close though today. It's going to be very, very close indeed. In fact, it could. No, it can't be wrapped up today, James. That's really ludicrous.
I was going to say, I don't even think it could be wrapped up today.
No, he's 13 points, so he's well too much. Yeah, not tonight. Maybe next week, but not tonight. Definitely not. Ginger Ninja is championship rival, is ahead of him on the grid. He is 4th
at the minute. Yep, 3/10 in front by the looks of it, roughly.
Those two Red Bulls are absolutely stonking it. They're half a second faster than the next car, which is Dominator in the Mercedes. They are well, I want to say Stone at least is. Let's just see how fast he is comparison to. Yeah, he's 2 cents faster than his teammate, and his teammate is half a second faster than Dominator at the moment. So that is pretty impressive.
Got a feeling that this could be an improvement from Ginger, but not 100% sure.
Let's take a look then. He's coming through Blanchimont corner now. Yeah, I'd love to see a move get done here today. I really would, but I won't put any money on it because, I always seem to jinx it when that happens. Ginger Ninja through the final corner he goes. The bus stop chicane, or it used to be more of a bus stop, but it's a bus stop chicane nonetheless. Up towards the line, where will this put the Renault? 3rd place, half a second down still. Yeah.
Who's jumped him to 4th then? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Dominator's 4th now.
Yeah, Bianchi's dropped to 6th, which may be where all these changes come from.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Everyone's still trying to get an improvement in there. You can see, I think this would be Bianchi's best qualifying so far, I want to say, but improvement is an improvement at the end of the day. Cow could be on a lap. No, he's not on a lap. He's on an out lap. Fantastic. Is anyone actually on a lap? Have a look. Langman? Yeah, I think Langman may be on a lap. He's coming down in towards Pouon. Whoa, loses a lot on the exit there. It wasn't short shifting enough, it seems, the Force India driver, and as he flicks the car into Pouon and loses it slightly. Whoa, oversteer McGee, that is some drifting. I'm sure Ken Block would be happy with the sideways action of that car there.
It done well to keep hold of that.
Yeah, he did. He's on a pad as well, so he's doing well. But 5th place, he won't be too impressed with. So up towards the end of Sector 2, Stavalo corner. This is one that you can take basically flat in the race. So we'll soon see who's brave enough. You can get a tremendous exit. If you get a good enough exit out of Stavalo, your chances of making a move, the slipstream is so powerful going into Blanchimont, it is an absolute joke. So,
yeah,
you know, these guys will probably hold themselves account if they want to make a move there.
As long as we don't... Oh, into the pits he goes. Must have bottled it somewhere.
Fantastic, yeah.
As long as we don't have an incident, I think it was GP3 where someone tried a move around Blanchimont and ended up in the barriers a couple of years ago, if I remember rightly.
Oh dear. Well, we have seen in F1 terms plenty of moves done at Blanchimont, notably Verstappen on Marcus Ericsson in 2015. That was a pretty tremendous move. Well, 2 pretty uncompetitive cars, but Verstappen managed to pull it off. So if he can pull it off, I'm sure one of these drivers can today. Because they're not putting their life on the line at all.
Are we
the only thing they're putting on hold is their wrists.
Are we comparing the levels of some of these drivers to Verstappen here?
I would do, but I have a slight suspicion that if these guys were truly fantastic drivers, they'd be in F1. So,
oh, they'd be taking part in the world fastest gamer.
Oh yeah, I didn't consider that. Yeah. Well, we congratulate Noble.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe one of these guys will get there one day, but they're going to have to see vast improvements, I'd have said, because I know how quick some of the guys that are doing that are, and it's a joke how fast those people are. So they almost live on the game, don't they, RBZ? Anyways, Cal is coming through Stavalo now and up towards Blanchimont, and he is on a lap in the Red Bull. It's a Red Bull 1-2, which we haven't seen this season. Now, at the start of the season, the car was filled up by RGL Lars and RGL Verstappen, and we thought that was the team to beat. That was a real, challenger for a Constructors' Championship. And then Lars had to sort of back out of league racing, and Rex has been on holiday like every week, so he hasn't been here. And up towards the line comes Cal. He goes pole with a 59.2. That is impressive. That's a good 8/10 faster than his teammate.
But Stone is on a lap by the looks of it with the way he's pushing. Yeah,
he's through Blanchimont and into the bus stop chicane he goes now. So
taking it a lot better than Cal did.
Yeah, definitely. 7/10 off at the moment. The Red Bull. It's going to be a Red Bull 1-2, not a Red Bull 1-2, and 800ths of a second between the two of them. So very even Stevens on track at the moment between the two Red Bull drivers. Let's see who else is on it. I think Ginger Ninja maybe on a lap.
I'm trying to figure out.
Maybe gone off. No, I don't think Ginger Ninja is. I'll check Langman. He could be. He's not even on a lap. Who is on a lap? Dominator's on a lap. Right, okay. Where the hell's Dominator? There he is. He's coming into turn 14, I want to say.
Campus coming into Stavalo, yeah.
Yeah, so he's coming up towards Blanchimont, and a corner name that everyone knows by now, I'm sure. And the dry, you can take this in the dry. Got to lift up slightly in the wet, but not too much, and up towards the bus stop chicane this is, and
taking it very well.
Takes it very, very slowly, maybe going a bit deeper so he can maximise the traction on the exit. And up towards the line, the Mercedes goes.
He's stayed where he is.
Validation. Yeah. Great. Is that anyone that's going to push the limits, I wonder?
Coming across the line. I don't know if he's starting a lap or whether he's completed a lap.
Yeah, he is starting a lap, I think, because there was no sector times on his thingy-majig, race director, so he's got to be on the lap now in the Force India. So
let's see what he does through Eau Rouge. A very quick lift and at the top, another lift.
He's done well, to be fair. He's kept tried to keep his foot in as much as he can there.
He's thinking he's got to push it now to be able to cut the gap down to the front now.
Yeah, so Langman has done a 32.4 in the first sector. Compare that with Cow, who's done a 31.8 on... Oh, sorry, he's done a 31.9 on his fastest lap, but his personal best in the first sector was a 31.8. So Langman has got some time to find, and the qualifying session is now complete, so it's happy hour, you could say. Dominator has retired, so he has obviously had enough of qualifying. He's gone. Now it's a case of where Langman can go. The track conditions always improve in the wet, so it's going to be interesting where the Force India will put himself. And he's doing a good job. He may back out of it. I don't know. No, that may have just been lag, but still, he's coming through.
Keeping with it.
Yeah, doing a good job at the moment. He's coming towards the end of Sector 2, this is. He's 6th at the moment, Langman, so he's looking for an improvement through... Ooh. He's going to try and keep his foot in. He's done really well to hold that car on the exit there. And now up towards Blanchimont we go. And this could be a pretty impressive time from the Force India driver. As he heads, drops down to 7th, keeps, but doesn't take any real curb on the exit there. Does a really tight line and keeps it all together. Into the bus stop chicane he goes, and where will this put the Force India? He's looked impressive this lap. Ginger Ninja, I think, is ahead of him on track. Around the final corner comes Langman, then he goes P4. He's half a second off of the pole man. So your pole sitters, it's an Irish one too. It's well, according to flags that goes. For Boogie is also completing a lap. He is coming around the final corner now as well. Where will he put his man in a car? He's seen some pretty impressive performance recently, but
not
only
improved
9th on the grid. Yeah, the Austrian sits 9th and mediocre qualifying. It's Stone who's coming through as well. He can still make an improvement on his teammate. This is a last gasp dash for pole from the Red Bull driver, and he's got 800ths to find as he heads into the bus stop chicane. Has he run out of fuel?
Yes.
Yes, he has. So Stone will not improve, which puts your qualifying session over, I guess that is now. So your pole sitter is ESR Cow from a very closely fought Red Bull of ESR Stone. It's a Red Bull lockout at the front from Ginger Ninja Langman. Joe is on the 3rd row with Dominator, Bianchi, Codfield, Boogie, Craig Senna, Ted First, I'm Deaf, bro. And then Ingerton, Panda, Liam and Jetson round off the grid, and we need to leave.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, dear me, that was a very close qualifying session, it has to be said. Just 800ths of a second between the top two, that's impressive.
With a track like this as well, yeah. Let's try and...
To be fair, at a track like Austria, you sort of expect it. But not around Spa, I mean, that's just silly. That's silly close, that is. So, yeah, I don't really know where you can find the time. You've got to be so committed on that lap, because it's a 2-minute lap, it's a very long lap. You've got to be able to just concentrate that whole time and not bottle it, as we saw many drivers do. But, yeah, impressive qualifying session has to be said. So, let's just wait until they join back. Of course, we know 13 points in the championship. The two championship rivals are locked horns on the grid, so this could be very interesting if we have a dry race. I hope we have a dry race, because they go very quickly and I have more time to myself. But, yeah, let's just wait and see then. Hopefully they're back in.
Let's try spectating now, yeah.
Let's do it. So, longer formation laps of the grid, of course, so you don't want anyone backing up tremendously, because there's really no point. So, yeah, as I said, the track has evolved down the years. It was reconstructed in 2006, I want to say.
Well, it's put me on the grid for some reason.
Oh, fantastic. Right, you're on the grid, are you?
It's given me a car. I'm in the Williams. After all, I am racing. Let's just...
Okay. What you need to do, leave and rejoin again. Just try that.
Yeah.
I think it might work. And then just don't press X when you go on your car. Do you want an invite, or are you...
I'll jump in
Because it's a long
through
lap, you'll be fine.
someone's name, yeah.
Oh, I've finished all my water before we've even started the race. That is when you... That is a mistake. No, in this league.
See, I don't even have any refreshments with me, so I'm trying to
fantastic.
do it dry.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd done 8 commentaries in 7 days once, and I had very little refreshments from all those. That didn't go well, yeah. In fact, I gave up by the Saturday.
Oh, no, it's... Oh, no, my car is still there, but I'm not in it, so that's a...
Yeah. Well, if you do get put in it when you're on the grid, then just reverse off the grid, and you get disqualified, and I'll take them through the lights. It's okay. Hopefully we can see the sequence, but...
I've jumped on board with Cal now, so I'll go on broadcast.
I need to do a few plugs right now. So, RGL season review part 1 that I'm making as we speak should be out by tomorrow. That should be out by tomorrow. Yeah, you heard me right. Could be out by tomorrow. Also, RGL Tier 2. Join Core Blimey, Joe and Langman for that one. That is at 7 PM tomorrow around the Hockenheim ring. So stay tuned for that at 7 PM UK time. Whatever time you are, wherever you are, go and watch it. But anyway, we're heading onto the grid now for the start of the Belgian Grand Prix, and it's a fantastic circuit. I absolutely love it. So hopefully we see a good race here today. Hopefully we see some good moves here today. That is what's going to be crucial, is who gets the better launch off the front row. Of course, these guys get a selection of tyres they can choose from, so we may see varying strategies here because of the weather. Now we're waiting for...
What tyre is Langman starting on? Quite soft.
In fact, there's only one man in the... Well, 2 drivers in the top 10 that have opted for the mediums. They are Codfield and Craig Senna. But we are lining up onto the grid then. We have 5 red lights for the start of the Belgian Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go, and it seems that it's a pretty good launch from the Red Bull at the front. Ginger Ninja's actually going to try and challenge Cow into turn into turn 1. One of the Haas cars has come through as well. There's been contact in the mid-pack. Well, I think everyone's got through turn 1 cleanly through Lassaur. So a good start. A VSC has been deployed on the first lap. That would be because of the retirement or disqualification. That happens. It's absolutely fine. So, your order as it was, I think. Has anyone made any drastic starts? Craig Senna from 10th, is that 8th?
Yeah.
But,
I think that's the
only... So Bianchi went from 7th to 5th. That's an impressive start from him. So, very good start from most of the guys on the grid here then. But the Red Bulls are 1 and 2. Langman did not get caught up in any action, any debatable collisions into turn 1, which is always good. Of course, with a VSC, they've got to stick to a delta, and we will be back racing, I think, very, very shortly. So let's just check if we can see any boards about, whether they've got... Yeah, they're still VSC on them, so...
Yeah.
Let's just hold our breath for a moment. I think it's ending, because they seem to have picked up the pace. Oh, lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to annoy me.
I've
Stone
noticed
is lagging badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now if I was in charge, I would have got him to retire already.
He has a lot of
lag,
it seems, Stone. I thought he got a new Infinite, whatever the hell you call them, cable, but apparently not, so Ginger Ninja's going to try and close up to the back of him. Yeah, through Blanchimont. He's going to try and be committed, maybe under braking. He's going to have to be brave here. Dominator is out of the race. So the Australian's out, so is Bianchi. They've both gone off somewhere. And that's crucial, actually, for Mercedes in their Constructors' Championship. Dominator, their only driver for today, out of the Belgian Grand Prix. which would put Langman in a terrific position. All he needs to do now... Oh, Stone goes tremendous well. That's like again. So he didn't go wide at all. So Langman then is just trying to sit on the back of his championship rival. Yeah, this is very interesting. Look at Ginger Ninja's exit through Eau Rouge. What can he do to the Red Bull? Yeah, side by side, nearly down in towards the... I can't remember what the name of the corner was. Lacombe, that's it, yeah. And now Langman is awfully close to the back with Ginger Ninja behind as well. So he will be looking for a move. There is a hell of a lot of lag here as well, so they need to bear that in mind. They don't want to make any stupid moves, and the race leader went tremendously wide, and I think Ginger Ninja's close but not close enough. So the top four as they were on the grid, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And the two Red Bulls, 1 and 2, and then Ginger Ninja and Langman.
Let's have a look. Have we got any closer battles down the field? No. Where's Joe? Oh, Joe's all on his own. Senna's all on his own.
Well, Langman is tremendously close to the back of Ginger Ninja through Stavolo. He's going to have a tremendous run, as I said. Slipstream is so powerful when you come through Blanchimont. Maybe he's not going to get through Blanchimont, but he's going to get close under braking through. Yeah, potentially. That's a good opportunistic place to make a move. And he's closing, but not close enough at the moment, the Force India. So let's just see where he will position this Force India car. And I don't think he's going to have him to turn 1. He just lost all momentum, it seems.
Yeah.
And
through the chicane.
Yeah, he remains 4th. So Joe is closing in on this pack as well. He's 5th place, and Sam isn't too far behind as well in the Sauber. So, yeah, impressive start from most drivers then. There's been a big collision between Dominator and Bianchi. Now, we know Dominator is Australian, and he wakes up ridiculously early for these races. I mean ridiculously early. We're talking 6 AM to come and race in RGL. It is some commitment, but he loves the leagues and admin for it, so he does a terrific job with what he does, and we give him all respect for that as well, because the website is always improving with his help, so GG.
We've got Codfield closing in on Craig Senna as well. A bit further down the field.
Yeah. That's for 6th place at the moment, Codfield in the Renault, who will be looking to score as many points as possible. Renault could still overtake Force India and Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship, but it's becoming increasingly unlikely for the Renault, the Enstone-based team. So let's just see, with Langman trying to close once again all over the back of Ginger Ninja. It is staying a bit, pedestrian at the moment, isn't it? Very sort of queued, if you will. So we're going to have to go for some ambitious move.
Quicker through the middle sector than Ninja, but then he just loses it all coming through the bus stop chicane into Lassar, so he just doesn't seem to be able to hold on to him to make a move into Lecom.
Yeah, it's pretty good, to be fair. Yeah, that's true. Never really thought of it like that, but yeah, I'm Death Bro. He's out of the race as well. He has retired. We haven't seen the full safety car come out, so clearly none of these crashes are too big a deal. The VSC has been deployed. DRS will be deployed. There's going to be a lot of switching across Kennel Straight, and this is, well, for some drivers, their home Grand Prix. I guess if you're Dutch, this is the closest thing you get to a home Grand Prix, and I know we have a few Dutch drivers in the field. I don't know whether there are any today, but we do tend to have the odd Dutch driver. The league host is a Dutchman, so unfortunately he's not racing this week. I don't know about next week, which is in the Italian Grand Prix.
We've got P6, P7 and P8 relatively close together.
Yeah, you're right, but Langman has got a terrific exit coming out of Pouon, and he's not close enough. You are absolutely bang on. He is so fast in that middle sector. He just cannot hook it all up coming into the main straight, it seems. Maybe he's running a slight higher wings. Who knows? He may be running higher wings just so he can get that momentum through Pouon, and if he is, then it's obviously beneficial. But as I learned last week in Hungary, you have higher wings than everyone else, and it really does cost you in the straights. I can tell you that. It's horrible. So let's just see. Langman isn't close enough.
Seems visibly closer than the last 2 laps.
Yeah, if slipstream glitch is in effect, then he may have problems here. So let's just see. Langman closing up once again. He's got a wheel user of Joe behind him, so that could be interesting. I'm Deathbro has left. He's had some very mixed results in RGL this season, but retiring from this one will not go down as one of his highlights, you could say. So, yeah,
Langman's had a better
wide
run through.
Yeah, look at this run Langman's got. He's going to try and challenge the Renault down in towards Les Combes. I'm not sure he's going to have enough on him. He's going to maybe try around the outside, can't do it. And the switchback isn't going to happen for him either. So he's going to have to wait a little bit longer. The Force Indy driver runs a little bit wide, actually. There is a battle for this. And whoa! Oh, hang on. Oh, that was lag. Oh, damn. Bloody hate lag. Anyway,
I think you're spot on with Langman. I think he's running a bit more downforce for the middle sector to try and keep the speed through the middle sector.
But look how much he's closing as well. So it's just supreme grip he has at the moment. So, that'll do. But the leaders as they were on the grid. It is still Cal leading the race, and he's doing a fine job in that Red Bull. And I think Langman no, he's not going to be close enough. This must be really frustrating. Knowing that you've got the pace through the corners is one thing, but just not being able to challenge down the straights or kinks is an absolute disaster for him. So, yeah, hopefully he can make something of it.
Again, seems closer again, but he just loses so much time on the straights, no matter how long they are.
You know what the problem? Yeah, the problem could be those 2 Red Bulls. Now, those 2 Red Bulls are like, they're obviously enabling DRS for Ninja, and obviously Langman's getting off Ninja, so he's not catching them, if you know what I mean. He's getting a tow as much as Langman's getting.
He's not got DRS this lap.
Whoa, this could get interesting. Then Langman trying to go around the outside into Les Combes we go, and I don't think he's going to get the move done. I think you can just about see the Force India in the rearview mirror of the Renault. But Langman is now as close as he's ever been, you could say, and probably this is his best opportunity to take 3rd place in this race against his championship rival. So this is pretty crucial for the championship.
Davolo, he could have a stab, but he'd be risking it a bit through there.
To nail this then. Yeah. Whoa, took a lot of cover on the inside. I'm not sure when the pit window is around here. These guys are all on soft tyres, so I believe they can take them some considerable lap. I think lap 8, lap 9, I think. And then they have to make a switch. I know you can do a 1-stop around here. That is pretty straightforward. 1-stop, I believe. So, yeah, let's just wait and see. Langman he's dropped off a little bit.
Yeah, I think his tyres may be slightly affecting him by now.
Yeah, losing a lot of front end grip with the dirty air that of course you get into, and that does cost you time. It really does. You do feel the effects of it on this game as well. You do feel the car a lot more understeer than you usually would. So now I think Ginger Ninja may be within DRS of the Red Bull, I want to say.
Craig Senna is having to defend from Ted first, going into the bus stop chicane, and Ted's pitted.
Oh, and Ted first comes in. Yeah, so Ted first is into the pits. Maybe he's going to try and undercut on Craig Senna then. That's going to be an interesting watch in this race as well for P6. Joe, meanwhile, is all by himself. I think he may have made an error because he was quite close to that group and he isn't as close as he was. But Langman is closing in towards Les Combes, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to make the move. No, he's way too far back, but he had DRS. So, yeah, how many cars have we got left in this then? So we've got Panda in P9 at the moment with Ted first, who's just come out of the pits. He is now P10. So, yeah, there's been a few good starters from some drivers here. What else can we really say? Not much else to say, to be fair. There's nothing
No,
really going on.
everyone's
It's just a
very
bit
spread
quiet.
out.
Yeah. And then if they are close, they're not getting moved on because of whatever reason. Now, I'm going to check penalties. That could be some proof pivotal. Leader has no warnings. Second place Stone has a warning. Ginger Ninja has no warnings. Hangman has no warnings. Joe has no I don't. Yeah, I can see. Oh, Craig Shannon had a penalty. Obviously, and deserves one from the race earlier as well. So,
But we
anyway.
are professionals and shall leave that aside.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely we are. But still, let's just see how close Langman gets. He is very close under braking there. Maybe
Turn
look
one.
out, he is pretty much. He's right on that diffuser, isn't he? He's got DRS,
Yeah.
and so is Ginger Ninja. So this is the problem. He just isn't getting that tone. The slipstream glitch maybe. I don't think it's in effect, but if it is, then it's costing Langman somewhat dear in this race. But it's the Red Bulls as they were. This.
Cal
I don't
seems
think
to be
we've seen
pulling
any.
away slightly.
Yeah, definitely. I think the last 1-2 we saw was in Baku. Yeah, for the two Mercedes of Feisty Ted and Dominator. That was the last
Oh,
one,
Langman's
two,
having
and
a
Langman's
lunge.
looking at the
No.
inside through Lacon.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
okay,
lag.
just yeah. Put all that on for absolutely nothing. Fantastic. I love this game. Why can't we just have 3 weeks come
Oh,
early? Christ.
Corda and Craig Center battling into Lecom.
Yeah, and
Going down to
Craig Shanno's
Bruxelles.
gonna. Yeah, turn 10 that is, and towards turn 11, this is
Cod's
a pretty
just
close
into
battle.
He's coming back on him into Puon. Down the
Whoa,
inside.
into Puon! What
He's
a
done it.
move from Codfield!
Craig Senner's got the run
That is
again.
a tremendous move. Oh my goodness me. Will Senna try and come back at him? He will not.
Could we see
That
him
was a
try something
tremendous move.
through Blanchimont now?
Yeah, you can take us through this.
We've got the run up down here. I think he's too far back, but then again the slipstream can pull him along through Blanchimont, maybe down into the chicane at the end. No, he's not got the run that he wanted. I think they're on different tyres as well, which could be playing a factor.
Yeah.
No, they're on the same tyres. Through the bus stop, they've closed up a lot. Right. Craig's just not got the rear traction by the looks of it to keep with him through the exits.
That was a tremendous move though from Coldfield through Puan. That really was some move. We haven't seen many overtakes from, well, no disrespect, I haven't seen a lot of him this season. And pulls off a move like that when he gets stream footage, then try it more often, Sunshine. That's what we want to see. And let's just, this battle for second is hotting up a little bit now. Stone seems to be
struggling
a little bit further back. Yeah. I wonder when these guys will decide to come in. It's got to be pretty soon, I'd have thought.
Either this lap or next lap, surely.
Yeah, maybe this lap. We said yet again, Langman has got tremendous grip coming through Puon and up towards. This is turn whatever, but it's a turn. And
13, 14 and 15 now, Stavilo.
Yeah, I thought it was. Stavilo, I love Stavilo. Just the name of it as well. And as we go through
is a lot closer.
Yeah, look at the run he's getting on the back of the Renault, and the Renault's going to have to try and go defensive here. It's going to be through Blanchimont if he's going to make a move. He's going to try it around the outside. He's not going to be close enough to the diffuser of the Renault car and holds P3, but Langman trying to have a look, isn't close enough.
Pitting. Stone's pitted.
The pits comes the Red Bull, yeah. So that is Dave or Rosberg, or Stone, is coming into the pits then for his mandatory change. Obviously, he's going to go on to mediums and I imagine go to the end of the race.
That'll help Langman because now Ninja won't be getting DRS. So could Langman pull off this move that he's been trying to set up for the last 5 laps?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just take a look then. With Langmar running with him, he is pretty close. Yeah, he's not closing at all with DRS. There's got to be a
I
setting
think there's
glitch.
got, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to annoy him.
With the lag, that makes a bit of sense as well.
Yeah, it's all because of people leaving, of course, which is, you know, up to them if they leave, and it's fair enough if they do, but it's not helpful in the slightest when we get a slipstream glitch, so yeah, not ideal. But we've got 12 laps to go, and we're not even at midpoint yet. That's next lap, so yeah, we've still got some time to go. Langman can still get this move done on the Renault. Let's just see what this exit through Poland's like. It's not too bad, but Ginger Ninja giving a firm distance between the two of them. And we know Langman is a favourite. What's the word? Prefers higher brake pressures, much higher brake pressures. In fact, we know he's got stupid percentage brake pressures. Like we're talking maybe 90s. Percent or maybe even 100% brake pressure. It's crazy stuff. But going through Blanchimont, he's not going to be.
If I was Longman, if Ninja doesn't pit, I would pit, and vice versa. They're both pitting.
And
all the top three have pitted.
Yeah.
So if we jump back on board with Stelton and see if he's got a good outlet, which I think he has done. I think he could jump his teammate here.
He may get his teammate. That's absolutely right. As he comes through the final corner, he may undercut all three of them. So Stone then comes through the final corner. He's second place at the moment. Where's his teammate going to come out? Cow just comes out of the pits, and he hasn't jumped his teammate and stays ahead of Ninja and what's his name? Langman.
Cod is in front of his teammate.
Yeah, some team orders I'd expect. Whoa,
he's pinned it in the wall.
Barriers. Yeah,
could that be a safety car?
Rouge. Jesus, that was a big impact. Oh my god.
Virtual
safety car.
What
really?
Are the FIA playing at?
The VSC has been deployed. That is maybe the most shocking decision ever. But still, a VSC is VSC, so can take it, but not helpful.
Sure.
That's definitely not going to help all the guys that have just stopped either. They would have preferred to be right up behind those Red Bulls, and they're not going to be anymore. They're going to be miles off.
That's played into the favour of Cal.
Yeah, definitely. Codfield has left the session. That was a big crash, to be fair. Jeez. That was mighty. I think the word is mighty. So, where's my... There it is. Let's just check if anyone has put anything in their Twitter chat.
Stone has pulled a big gap to Ninja. There's about... what is that? 2.3 seconds? 3.2 seconds even.
Yeah, that is a pretty big gap, isn't it? The VSC is now ended, so they're back racing now. And
Stone pulled the gun before the actual safety car disappeared.
Yeah, you can do that. We know, we have seen it before. So it's going to be a battle between the two Red Bulls of Stone and Cow, and they're doing a tremendous job, these two. And he's even got DRS on his teammate. It says a lot about how much he's going for this race. Cow is, of course, still leading from his teammate. This could be team orders, but I doubt it, because these two are, you know, they're not going to lose too much time.
Just seems a bit more happy this race. I think he'll keep it as it is unless Stone really pushes it out. He's closing quite quickly.
He is, isn't he? Of course, these are basically the same car. Well, not basically, they are the same car. So it's all about setup and what differences these two have made. I can't imagine there's going to be drastic changes. I can't tell you the wings, but I don't think it'd be drastic changes. So through we go, turn 10 and up through turn 11. It's still relatively close between these two. We have surpassed the halfway point of the race, so we have 10 laps to go here at Spa, and it's been somewhat sunny, somewhat dry. So we haven't seen any rain. Well, qualifying we did, obviously.
Qualifying, yeah.
We haven't seen any in the race so far, and hopefully we don't. Joe is catching Langman at a
I
fast
was
rate here.
noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty significant. And Joe being a wheel user, this could play somewhat into his hands, you feel? Like, not overly much, but
It's got
it
to
does
be
seem on
two
this game.
tenths
Yeah,
around here
probably.
easily.
So let's just see what Joe can do then as he comes through Blanchimont now. It's going to be an interesting one to watch, those two, but the two Red Bulls are the closest
Close
one
again,
on
yep.
circuit, aren't they? We haven't seen a fastest lap for a while, unless you have. I definitely have.
I
Oh, we have
haven't.
now. Ginger Ninja apparently has just gone fastest with a 42.6, I think that was. But
I
that's
never
pretty
got
quick.
notified of that, so you'll
Sorry,
have to keep
no,
me
that
updated
cannot
with
be a
it.
42.6. What? I don't know how... Really? Okay. No, 48.2. Sorry, I do apologise. I didn't read that properly at all. I was going to say a 42 in this. That's a joke. But yeah, that Stone is closing up the two ESR drivers, and
He wants this.
yeah, I really have no real opinion on well, not ESR in general, but teams like it. I really don't see much point in it. But still, ESR Stone versus ESR Cow. If you want the advertising, there it is. And let's just see. Where's Joe in relation to Langman? He is closing, isn't he? But we know
Yeah.
what the superior... Oh, who's retired? Liam BAT LFC. So the Haas car has retired. Also expect to see him in Tier 2 for tomorrow's race. He is now a Tier 2 driver. So get ready for... well, I need to get ready for him for tomorrow. Maybe he's a quick driver, maybe he isn't. We'll find out tomorrow. Nice plug. Let's just see. Also, I need to do another plug whilst we've still got time. Sign-ups for Season 3 are available. Go and check them out if you haven't already, because there are still spaces. There are still spaces. If you want to get involved, you want to get in Tier 3, you want to get in a reserve position as well, go and ask or go and fill out one of the Google Sheet thingy-majigs. And we will get you in. Yeah, we will get you in. Tier 3 is looking pretty good. I think all tiers are looking very, very strong. For the tier that they are looking very, very impressive. So, yeah, I sort of have a feeling of what car I want to be in next year. But, yeah, meanwhile, back to the racing. Hang on a second.
Back on track. No pun intended.
Yeah. Ginger Ninja may well have had a penalty.
Why?
No, he hasn't.
What?
He's made a mistake somewhere because he was not 5th place.
No, he was P3, weren't he?
He was 3rd. He has made a mistake somewhere.
Somewhere. Maybe
he dropped the 5th place. So
Blanchimont area, maybe?
Maybe. I never see it, so I have no idea what the hell's happened there. He couldn't have pit again, surely. I mean, that would be ridiculous if he did. But anyway, Langman and Joe will get interesting, so we will watch that with close eyes, I imagine. So, yeah, that's also... What about Stone and his teammate? The two Red Bulls, the two Irish drivers, apparently, still going pretty close on track. And if you haven't seen ESR Stone or Rosberg's last video, go and check it out. I need to put all these plugs in there, sorry.
They just seem to be sticking with the gap. They've got around half a second to 7/10. It just doesn't seem to be fluctuating. As I say that, it goes up to 8/10, but...
Doesn't look that big, does it? So,
no.
You know, if you can be within a second and get DRS, but like on this game in real life, being within a second is all well and good. You have DRS, but you never close up as much as you want to, and you just don't have enough momentum. And now we're going to see just how much power this Red Bull has. ZSR Stone is closing and closing and closing, and he's going to try close up even more through Lee Com, and he still isn't quite close enough. So Yeah. What about Joe and Langman? They are still third and fourth, and there's been no change there. But the two leaders are the battle we need to watch out for because this is tremendously close between the two Red Bull drivers. Cal versus Stone is looking to be a very, very close battle indeed for the race win here in Belgium with 7 to go. This could
Down
get
to three
very, very
tenths
interesting. Yeah,
through the middle
this
sector,
will get.
and it'll jump back up through the final sector, I feel, again.
Yeah, we need to watch the gap through as they come through Sector 2, this is, and through Stavelot Corner. They will go now, and you can see that gap is 2.5 tenths. Boogie has left the session as well. The Austrian is out of the race, so he is a goner. And let's just see. Whoa, Cal getting a tad twitchy through Bonchemont, but
Bit out of shape,
too
yeah.
bad. Yeah. This is impressively close between these two. I wonder if team orders will be applied. No, Boogie has rejoined, so maybe he just lagged out or whatever.
It's back to half a second now. May try something into Lecom.
Yeah. Well, his exit wasn't great out of La Source, so he's going to have to find it somewhere through Bonchemont. He's going to have to nail it, keep it as straight as possible. And he does so, and now
He's
it's all
closing
about
in
the
before
run.
DRS.
Yeah, down the Kemmel Straight. This is going to be very, very close between the two Red Bull drivers. Cow is holding his nerve at the front and does a good job, and he's still holding on from ESR Stone or Dave or Rosberg. There's plenty of names we give him. So let's just see. It's still relative. I think Joe. No, Joe hasn't made a move. I do
Joe's
apologise.
dropped back.
Whoa, he hasn't. Jesus. There's Ginger Ninja and all this. Yeah, the closest fight is for the lead at the moment between the two Red Bulls with 6 laps to go. This could get very interesting, and whilst they're battling, I will check their penalties. There are none for the race leader, and there is only one warning between the two drivers, which is impressive, to say the least. Okay, this isn't a real track-extending track, but nonetheless, you can get BS'd sometimes, so...
Yep. I did a endurance race 2.4 hours last night and kept running deep at the bus stop chicane in a McLaren 12C GT3 and got absolutely screwed over with track limits and ended up getting disqualified. We're only about an hour into it.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that was worthwhile.
I think there were about 8 of us overall that got disqualified from it.
Jesus. That's a lot. But
Stone is a lot closer.
He is. He is now, definitely. So, Cal versus Stone once again. This is maybe the closest he's been through Eau Rouge. And I absolutely love how flat you can take Eau Rouge. I really would love to see Belgium with these modern day cars. And Cal was actually on the grass ever so slightly, keep on the right hand side. And I don't know whether he's going to be able to defend from Stone now into Les Combes, but he does so and isn't going to lose any positions there. So this is still pretty tense between the two Red Bulls. I do sort of wonder if these two are in a party, you know. I mean, if they were...
I'm thinking that, yeah.
Yeah. Whether team orders will be a thing, I don't know, because neither of these guys are going for a championship. This is straight up for a win, so...
Yeah.
Who dares wins, I guess. And Langman is still doing a good job to hold on to third at the moment, so he's keeping his championship rival at bay. Let me keep you posted on what that means in the championship. So if my maths is correct, he gains 5 points, so it'd be 18 points heading into the last 2 rounds of the season. That is pretty big, it has to be said. It's not an easy gap to make up. So Langman is on his way. We won't say anything else, but he is on his way, which would be... Yeah. I'd absolutely love to see Langman just... You know, because I know what sort of a guy he is, and he really does deserve it. I'm not saying Ginger Ninja doesn't by any means, because he's driven terrifically this season, but it all comes down to who best man wins at the end of the day. So we'll find out in Brazil in 2 weeks' time. That's going to be fun. Anyway.
Stone's close again with Cal.
Yeah. I was even considering thinking of a driver of the day for this race. Unfortunately, no real names really spring out for me.
No,
I mean,
there hasn't been a big moment that
yeah.
could do it.
Whoa, Stone is going for it though, in towards Lake
Around
Com.
the
And he's
outside.
going to go defensive cow around the outside. He's not going to be able to get it done there, and he cuts him off at the apex of turn 11, I believe. Oh, sorry, turn 8, that is. I think so. Not close enough there, but into turn 10 they go. Locks up the front wheels and can't get the car. He's going to try and get a better turn in though, as we head down in towards Poo on this. Remember, turn 11, trying to get a switch back. Can he get him under? Or down towards Poo on. This is going to be a very, very brave from Stone if he can get this move done. He's not going to be close enough. He's very close, but he cannot get the move done there. And Cal holds on for another lap, you feel. That was pretty intense. And he's still pretty close, isn't he? He's not giving up just yet. So the two Red Bulls still at it, hammer and tongs here. And, whoa, that was a big bit of lag.
Yeah.
Let's just see if Stone can get this move done, maybe through Blanchimont. I don't think he's going to get a good enough run.
A bit too far back, I feel.
Yeah, he is closing, isn't he? But he's not close enough at the moment. So the Red Bulls still hold their positions. It is Cow 1, Stone 2. So DRS is, of course, enabled, and this is last ditch now. 3 laps to go. This is just last ditch. You just go for it, I think. And these two absolutely are. The tyre wears, I don't think, is going to be a massive issue. I haven't seen many punctures around here in the past, so I doubt it will be a problem around here. But, yeah, this is a pretty good scrap between the two Red Bulls. And they qualified so close in qualifying in the wet conditions, and it comes to the dry, and there's no difference between them at the moment. The pit stop really proved pivotal in this race. He closed up massively, he did, Stone, in the pit stop window, and the VSC also helped him out very slightly because he'd get that edge when the safety car was ending. He just closed massively to the back of the Red Bull of Cow, and it's going to be interesting to see just how close he gets. He is so close. He's right on that diffuser of his teammate, and he's still trying to give him absolutely everything he can through Pouon, and he's not going to be close enough just yet, is he? But you feel that move is coming. It is brewing. It is brewing more than a cup of tea on a Monday morning. It is.
Langman is catching these guys. He's got them about a second in the last lap.
Whoa. Throws that up through the middle sector as well.
Yeah.
Stone's quite far off of the leader at the moment, but not close. Far. What am I on about? He is close, but I meant to say Langman, obviously. Yeah, this is a very interesting scrap. You can just see Langman. If you're on the broadcast camera, you can see him within the shot, so he's definitely close enough to still challenge for this race. We've got 2 laps to go. These two make contact.
Down to 5 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, this could get very interesting with the latter stages of the race to go. The Red Bulls, 1 and 2. Will they disrupt each other's run? This is what the interesting thing is going to be. Cal versus Stone, yet again, with Darius wide open. He's not going to be close enough into Lacom, and decides better of it. So let's
I think
just
it may
This is...
come down to who dare break last into Lacom. At one point,
I think not pass.
I think it's going to be that on lap 22. I think it'll be a matter of that if they're still this close.
Yeah, no penalties for either driver so far. They're doing a tremendous job. No penalties for either of them. So this is a straight fight for the win in Belgium. We've seen some pretty close races in the past in RGL. This would go down as one of the closest we've ever seen. So although it doesn't seem dramatic because these two of course aren't fighting for anything, it still all counts, of course, and it would be one of the closest we've ever seen. So let's just
down to 4 seconds now. Back to Langman.
Yeah, So this is where it gets very interesting indeed for Langman with the latter stages of the race to go. The gap between the two leaders is 0.4 of a second. Langman, you can see in the shot, is still closing on the back of these cars. Joe is miles behind, but Langman is driving his own race out here. He's 4.1 seconds behind as he comes up towards the line. Is he going to be closer? Oh, it goes down a little bit, but with just 2 to go, it is very, very much on a knife edge, this one, for ESR Cow, who needs to keep his composure against his teammate of ESR Stone. You cannot afford to make any mistakes now. This is for the race win, and he knows it's a legitimate race win because there is no penalties involved. So he can push the absolute limits off the car in these last 2 laps, and this is a pretty good shot to see both Red Bulls at the front. But Langman is dropping off a little bit. I wonder if there are any other little scraps. Panda's only coming through the final corner. My goodness me, he's miles behind. 6th place Panda at the moment. This would be one of his best results of the season.
Who's this
Yeah,
now?
that's pretty close for it. 6th place Panda and Senna going at it for a couple of points. There are still... Let's check how many runners there are. There are 11 runners still in the field, so yeah, there's been a good turnout and a good number of finishes, it looks like, at the moment, but the 2 Red Bulls still squabbling over the win in Belgium. I don't think Stone's going to have enough to really mount a charge in the last lap. You feel he could try and save a bit of fuel this lap to go all guns blazing on the last lap, but it's so unlikely that he could do that. So it seems at the moment as if the race leader and ESR Cow, who's come from tier 2, let's not forget, he was in tier 2 and nearly got beat by me, is now winning this race. You can see how much he's improved because I would definitely not be anywhere near the front, I don't think, of this field. And Stone loses a little bit on the exit. I think this is game over for Stone this race. He's just not going to have the momentum as on the last lap of the race. And yeah, he's closing, but I
He hasn't got DRS.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all over for him.
I think he's going to have to do a bit of fuel saving as well, by lots of it. His fuel's flashing. Yeah,
which could prove pivotal. As is Langman, he's going to have to do some fuel saving. And you'd have thought that lap that he wasn't able to get anywhere near Cow. Those laps that he doesn't catch Cow, he should have maybe, you know, preserved a little bit through the... Because on this track, you can coast a little bit, but not an awful lot. It is pretty, you know, throttle heavy, if you will.
Going down into P1, you can have a bit of a lift off and just let the hill carry you down, I feel.
Yeah. So this is the last few corners then for ESR Cow. He is, well, he's led every single lap, I think, here in Belgium. He's done basically all he needs to do to win this race. Stone has finished. He's coming through as well, and he's not going to be close enough to make a move, you feel, through the bus stop chicane. No. This is fuel saving at its best, you feel, now. And the Red Bulls, this would be the first Red Bull 1-2 in RGL, so this is a big moment for them as well. Around the final corner comes ESR Cow, who takes 25 points and a step closer. And ESR Cow wins the Belgian Grand Prix. A terrific drive from both Red Bulls. They get themselves 1 and 2. Langman will finish on the podium and build on his gap in the championship by some 10. It is... What is the gap? I do apologise. It is... Oh, Ginger Ninja was close to Joe in the end, actually.
Yeah, I just noticed that coming across the line.
Yeah, Pandabat Cheetah will come around. He's still in Stavilo. He's miles behind. But yeah, as I said, Langman will extend his lead in the championship now to
18 points.
18 points. 18. Yeah, that's correct. 18 points he'd take his gap to. So yeah, very interesting indeed. Final few cars are still coming around. I'm inviting everyone to the party. Pandabat Cheetah finishes 6th. Impressive.
There is a battle going on by the looks of it.
Which battle
Jetson.
This for? Jetson and Boogan. It's
Jetson
going to
and
be so
Boogie.
close up towards the line. Jetson is going to take... Oh, apparently he's won the race. I don't think it's that much. He's 9th place is Jetson. And solid points, I guess, for the Force India team. Ted first will fall through the final corners now, the bus stop chicane. He's going to finish 10th. He's really not shown his... Well, he had some momentum through Baku and Britain, but he's lost it all recently, and he's in 10th in this race. A pretty dismal evening from him. Ingerton very nearly got lapped. He will finish P11. So that will be your race classification once you just... Come on, hurry up. Up to the line. There you go. There's your race result then. So Isar Cal takes the win. It's a Red Bull 1-2 with Stone finishing 2nd. Langman finished 3rd. Joe finished 4th, or Fernando Alonso. 5th finished Ginger Ninja for Panda. 7th for Senna. For Boogie, 9th for Jetson. 10th for Ted. And then Ingerton was the final finisher with everyone else just as an actual driver. So we'll move straight on to the podium interview. And we start with ESR Cow.
Hello.
Right. Qualifying was pretty close. So was the race. Did at any point you think those last few laps that you were going to get mugged off, passed, whatever?
No, purely because during the race, when everyone started leaving, Stone got slipstream glitch. So as long as I kept getting good runs out of T1, then I was pretty set down the straight. He got close a few times, but it wasn't enough because of the thing. It kind of robbed us of a battle, but...
Were you in a party together? Just wondering.
Yeah, we were working together the whole race up until lap 18 when we said, right, let's just race to the end.
Yeah, this is slightly weird, me interviewing you, because you're in Tier 2 last week, and
you
winning today... It says a lot that you've won in your first race in Tier 1, so yeah, congrats on that front. But are you looking for, I guess you're looking for more wins in Tier 1 now than you were in Tier 2?
Yeah, I won the 2 races that competed in Tier 2, got pole, and then managed to win this one. So yeah, I'm going to be looking for more wins throughout the season as it comes to an end. But like you said, I was racing with you last week, and then with Taz, he commentated me winning VRL on Wednesday as VRL clerk, so it's weird.
Weird how things turn out that way.
I must be your good luck charm then.
Yeah, I think you are.
Oh dear. Right, well, we'll move on to Stone or Dave or whatever you want to be called.
Stone's fine. I think you're fine with
All right, okay, cool. I guess you're pretty annoyed that you got the slipstream glitch, which sort of, halted your charge and potentially taking the race win there.
Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say that I am disappointed if I wasn't disappointed to actually win the race, because I think we both had very equal. The fastest laps were close. We were both really consistent, and we were outright the 2 fastest guys out on track. So just to have it basically robbed out of something completely out of my control, it's not my mistake. It's just that people can't drive and they just leave the session out of rage. So I'd be lying if I said I wasn't annoyed. But me and Cal, we've been racing for bloody years, and we rarely get a 1-2 finish, and both being Irish as well. So it's good to both get 1-2 together. Unfortunately, it's not in my favour, but I'm fine with it.
Well, your recent result says that you should get a win next time out in Italy, because you finished 3rd in Germany, 2nd here today. So you could well win in Italy, but congrats on 2nd and 1-2 for you guys. We'll move to Langman now. Well, that seemed pretty chaotic at the start for you with Ginger Ninja. You did seem to... Were you right? I'll just ask. Were you running higher wings than everyone? Well, were you just running higher wings? Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. That's literally. I'm guessing so.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That was annoying. The challenge. And then I saw coffee. Then Ninja. So I saw him just.
No, we didn't even see it. Yeah. This all, of course, sorry, means that you're now 18 points ahead of Ginger Ninja in the championship race. We've got 2 rounds to go. You could
Yeah.
win the championship by next week. So,
Good.
are you looking to just take it as soon as possible, or do you not give a damn? You don't really care when it comes; it just has to come.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much,
Taz, have you got any questions for any of these drivers?
Not that I can think of at the moment, no. It was a good
No?
race overall from what I had seen. Very strong with the two leaders, trading lap times left, right and centre, keeping within a second of each other. Pretty much near enough 6/10 for the last 5 laps or so.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race, and I guess it's time to round it off. So, tier 2 is tomorrow, guys, 7 p.m. UK time with Core Blimey, Langman, and Joe. Hopefully, all there giving their absolute banter streams as ever.
I won't be
Go
there
and
to
watch
win it.
that. No, he's not going to be there to win it. It's all down to me. I won't say any names that might. No, I won't go there. Anyways, it was a pleasure commentating with Taz this week. Hopefully he enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yeah.
Next week we have the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. We're not sure who's streaming that one. I'll definitely be there, but anyone else? But until then, guys, bye bye for now.
Yep, see you all.